morning. Hello, everybody. I know I look weird. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all read the title, okay? About to cleanse my face as we chop it up on some things. Y'all, let me tell y'all. Good morning. Good morning. I was not going to come on here and talk about what I'm going to talk about, but I had to I've been getting emails. I've been getting messages. I was taking a little breather because I got some other things that I'm working on. I'm trying to, get my my website together. I'm doing that, and I'm trying to do my my articles and all this stuff. I'm doing. So my brain been I've been literally sitting here on nerd alert. I've been on my nerd thing, okay? But I've been getting emails and stuff and about certain things that's been going on in certain topics in certain areas. You feel me? So I told my husband, I said, I don't know if I'm going to speak or not, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. First, let me tell you guys what I got on my face. My daughter gave me this. She's a model. So my daughter is a model, and she be having, anytime I want makeup or anything like that, I go to her. So she gave me this, it's called Grace and Stella. It's it's a black mask. That's what it looks like on the inside there. I have that on my face. And we gonna talk and we're going to chop it up. I got this on my face right here. After I get done wiping this off my face, I'm going to cleanse my face with this. And then I'm going to grab a few of these, one of these masks and put on. That's what I'm going to do. Got several masks right here. But I'm going to chop. I got to talk. I got to talk because I feel like what I have to say may help somebody else. Okay. So I had did I don't know why this keep coming back to me. I'm telling y'all, I'm getting DMs and people, wanted me to say certain things. My channel and my page is a reaction page to what I see that can help us in our everyday life, be it men, women, kids, or whatever. I feel like what I see and how I see it can help, other people, right? So I could be watching somebody's video and this young man's video comes up boom. And so I'll be trying to stay away from it because I don't be wanting to get, involved in it because I'm trying to do other things, right? Can't help it because it pops up. I go in, I listen to, I ain't even got to go in because it just pops right up. And I'm just like, what the heck is he talking about? What happened? And then I saw the police at the man's door, right? I did a video. It has now reached 9.2K on my YouTube channel, and people can relate to what I was saying in regards to this young lady that I've been watching. But now I'm going to talk about the guy who she dated, that she had, as a childhood friend, and he was locked up. He did a bid for 8 years or something like that. And we all was rooting for the young lady because, she found love and whatnot, right? But I'm seeing a lot of stuff go back and forth, combating back and forth and so forth and so on, right? I hope I can help somebody with this situation because a lot of us women kind of go through this and we don't say nothing and we keep it to ourselves and so forth and so on. We end up getting with men that been in jail, or either they're in jail. Most times, especially when you're younger, somebody somehow, I don't know how it come, either somebody you know went to jail, or somebody that's friends with that person went to jail, and so you get connected with somebody that's in jail, okay, and you talking to them, okay, and you just really kind of basically start out holding conversations. I've been there, done that, so I know about this stuff too. A lot of things I know. It's because I'm older. And I know, y'all, I got this mask on. I'm just letting it sit a little bit more. I'm gonna get it off. My husband told me I look like who? My husband tell me the witch on the Oz, the Wizard of Oz. I would have thought he said I look like Incredible Hulk. But that's what he said. Hey, to each his own. But anyway, so I actually thought that, this was a connection. This was a start for him to have, a great life with somebody, start completely over, and so forth and so on, right? However, this thing has done a twist. I'm going to be wiping this off my face, y'all. This thing has done such a twist, y'all. Okay, so he calls himself OG Coco or whatever it is, that right? So anywho, I'm about to look like me a little bit. First off, when I saw that name, to me, OG, and somebody did comment on this, and I was glad that it was a man that commented on this, because growing up, OGs sit amongst other OGs, and they talk wisdom, and they talk the past of where they've been and whatever. And a lot of people can relate to them and be able to spit that knowledge, that game. You know what I mean? Young men could go to them. They sit down. You know what? And I know it ain't like the old days. Sit down, young buck. Let me talk to you. Wop, wop. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. If you still like in your 30s or whatnot, I'm older, so I can say this and will and is. If you still young in your 30s, baby, you still young and wet behind the ears, and you ain't learned a lot yet to be able to be called an OG. I did hear him say he's not an OG of past times. Anytime I have heard this man cuss women's out. I have heard this man disrespect women's. I have heard this man disrespect the woman that he was with. Okay. Now, granted, they went back and forth doing their tit for tat and all that stuff like that. Okay. But there comes a time when a man don't indulge in conversations like I hear this man indulging in conversation regarding this woman, about this woman, and with other women. You understand what I'm saying? Because a king ain't gonna sit up and have no tit for tat with a woman. He gonna let his yay be yay and his nay be nay, and he gonna walk on. For those that don't understand, he gonna let his yes be yes and his no be no and move on. That's not the case here, y'all. It's not the case. And I'm watching like, this is really like tripping me out, y'all. I'm cleaning my face, okay? We got to do this sometime. So I figured, like, you know what better time? I wasn't going to come on today. The final thing for me to speak on this was I received another email, and I'm like, oh my God. Okay, I'm going to, let me see what I could do, because a lot of us make these mistakes, and, just trying to feel my face. Right now I'm wearing this. I was wearing this mask. It's called Grace and Stella. My face do feel a lot better than what it did when I first started. But anyway, there's been so much going on. This man has talked about personal things that they've gone through, how it felt like a little kid. Like a little kid, like a little kid. And then I heard him say, and I'm telling y'all, when I come out my videos, there be like his video or whoever else's video pop up, and I'll be like, because I'll be watching people videos, because I'm trying to learn. I done seen kids out here fighting and carrying on and doing all this stupid stuff, but nonetheless, right? I didn't heard him say, well, I was locked up. And I said this. I said, I think his mentality is back where it was before he went into prison. Because sometimes we can be stuck there, or if something traumatic happens to us, we'll be stuck at right before the traumatic thing happened to us. Our mental will be stuck there until we grow out of it. Okay. So I heard him say, well, I'm still a kid. Because when I went to prison, this and the other, now you could tell that the man do have a relationship with God. And I ain't going to deny that, because he speak about God a lot. He does. He speak about God a lot. He seem to know the word. But then at times when he go back and forth with this young lady, it's like, you know what? Wolves come in sheep clothing too. So you got to be careful of certain type of spirits. And the way I hear him talk about, I don't watch him all his videos or anything like that, but the way I hear him talk about women, it's like it's crazy to me. It really is. And he don't know these women. And these women may have husbands, sons, or cousins, or, people that really love them, and you're disrespecting them on the level in which you're disrespecting them on. I didn't heard him say some pretty derogatory statements that I don't think, to me, that men, if they're real men, don't do that. But this generation that's coming up nowadays, they really don't have the level in which some of us grew up in, and the level of respect in which we grew up in. None of us are perfect. We're going to all make mistakes. I've said that plenty of times. But I think that where he is not helping him to grow in the level in which he should grow in and be at this time, because he keeps going back and forth. It was so much so, he did so much talking, and his woman kept saying, hey, back up. Hey, give me my space. Hey, stop doing all this other stuff. But he kept going. So what did this woman do? She went and got an order of protection. She served him. He was live on air. He thought it was a skit. He was live on air. The police knocked at the door and was like, you have an order of protection against you. They go to court on the 7th, right? So they do the Zoom court or whatever have you. That's what's going to transpire. To me, if when people, I could be wrong, when people get out of prison for so long or whatever, they're on probation or they're on parole or whatever it is that they're on, they're supposed to have no contact with the police, right? So I'm not for sure how this outcome is going to go, because the police knocked at the door. He's doing something to someone else. He's speaking ill will, like, at it. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's all about this. A lot of this is about the money that's being transpired. When you get to making money and stuff, it somehow you can lose what's really supposed to be going on when you make enough of it. You know what I'm saying? You begin to be a whole nother person, because you haven't had that. You trying to transition, get the things you did not have that you want. I'm telling y'all right now, this stuff works for my face. But I'm just seeing that he took a break. He went somewhere. I would think if you have parole or probation, you would try to stay away from as much. You try to stay from as much crap as you can. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of this was kind of egged on. A lot of this was not egged on. It's back and forth with them, and their relationships is just jacked all the way up. Okay. So you have this young lady that's like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to move on. I'm not doing my life like this. I don't want to be a part of this. But this young man keeps bringing up this young lady back and forth. Now, as I know of now, this young lady is enjoying her birthday week. This is her birthday weekend, right? This man is still doing what he's doing because he's hurt behind the fact that the police got into this. Okay, I don't know what people think is supposed to happen when a person study feel harassed or feel unsafe. What do you think they're supposed to do when they're study telling you, hey, back off, hey, I don't want to do this, hey, leave me alone, just let me be, or whatever, and you keep nagging and nitpicking at that person, you're going to get an order of protection. This is what my advice to people, now that I learn, I know better, you do better. When you do better, learn better. When you learn better, you do better, okay? So instead of getting with people, now this is to you all, instead of getting with people that is in the system, give them time to be able to learn them. Especially if they've been locked up so long. Now, y'all got to understand the difference between jail talk and all this talk when they get out, because y'all know it's two different things. They could be telling you one thing in there because they have company. They have somebody that's communicating with them. They have somebody that's concerned about them. They have somebody they can reach out and talk to. Who wouldn't want that? Anybody would want that when you're isolated and you don't have that. You want that. You know what I'm saying? And if you're getting it from multiple people, because a lot of times when people are in prison, you're getting that type of conversation from multiple people. So it's you're jumping in and out of different worlds, okay? Each person has their own world in which they live in. When you collide with a world with somebody that you fall in love with, whatever, you have to mend those worlds together to be able to coincide with one another. Well, when you're in the system and you have all these different worlds that you're talking to, you can sometimes lose yourself in their world. It's their world. So you're attracted to what you're hearing on the phone in their world. Okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. And in his mind, he could have, I could be wrong. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. And when I get out, I'm going to do whoop, whoop, wop, wop, and all this other kind of stuff, which then become a plan as to how you going to handle this. Oh, she making this kind of money. Let me go ahead and try to do this and get this all that I can, because I don't know how long this going to last. Because why? Only you know who you really are. But when the gloves off and things start shaking and moving and stuff, the real you will come forth and it'll look like something. So a lot of us women's, I say this because we make the wrong mistake in listening to, they call it the jail talk, okay? So you have to cover yourself. I'm speaking to you all that is meeting someone in the system, or you got somebody that's going to come out of the system. Give them their space. Let them go live and let them get out, because it's just like when you're in a relationship. Take like now. We in cuffing season. We about to head into cuffing season. Okay, so you got a lot of desperate people trying to hook up with somebody so they don't go into the winter by themselves and not having nobody to cuff up with. Let's keep it real, because that's what's happened. Every year rolls around. Y'all know we about to go into cuffing season. So what they doing, they hooking up with any and everybody just so they can have somebody to keep them warm during the winter times. And then soon as that's over with, they maneuver on. You got the different other kind of things that pop up. Valentine's, they don't want to give gifts and all this stuff, so they stay single. So y'all got to be mindful as what's going on. Look, things don't change. The game don't change, just different players. I just spit that down to you. The game don't change, just different players. So when you got different players out there doing whatever, I'm thinking I just wipe that off my face. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this one last. I'm going to go ahead and put this mask on. I'm trying to figure out which one I want. So when you got different players playing the game, y'all got to be extra careful out there. And I say this again to say to y'all, like, give the person, whoever's coming in, who's ever coming from the prison system like that, give them the time to be, because the first thing they want sex. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like when you break up in a relationship. A lot of men, you can't tell, but when men break up in a relationship and they got all these women's going on, that's their form of being hurt. They really hurt, because when you're not hurt, that's when you settle down and you with somebody and you like whatever. But when I'm talking about some of those that have been in a relationship and all they have is girls, 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 ladies, 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 back to back. And you hear them, because some of them don't even try to protect themselves. They're having sex back to back to back. They trying to fill that spot, that void, that missing thing that they no longer have, which is a relationship that they was in. You understand what I'm saying? So they trying to fill that. Women's, when you in a relationship and you get with somebody, the first thing we actually looking for somebody that we can be compatible with, that we can be talk to, that we can be in a relationship with. Sometimes you have the people that just want to be single for a minute, don't want to do none of that, don't want to have nothing with nobody, and sometimes you have people that want to just party and do whatever they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? So, but most times, a lot of men, when you see them with multiple people after a relationship, it's really because they are really hurt. They're trying to fill a void. And I could be wrong. Some of you men need to chime on here and let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out which one I want to put on. Ooh, honey. Pink pill. Let me try the pink. I'm going to do the pink. So it's really like you have to give that other person time and them and yourself time. Because right now, here's a young man that that's facing going to court. You know what I'm saying? Going to court. Now the consensus is different. So you got your people that believe in what's going on and those that don't believe. Those that are like, oh my God, this woman was messing with this man and now she's trying to take this from him and she's trying to do this. She asked this young man to not hurt her. She asked her, stop. He didn't want to. To him, it's like, okay, a lot of people saying I'm in the right. A lot of people on my side. A lot of people, he even started talking like her. His demeanor and everything was everything that she was saying, he was saying. You know what I'm saying? So, everything he was saying, she was saying. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so, it's like, you got to make up in your mind what you're going to put up with and what you're not going to put up with. What you're going to take yourself through and what you're not going to take yourself through. And this right now is sad, but this is the basis in what it brought. It brought a woman to go down and protect her kids. To be honest with you, I saw the where he got served and who was all protected. If I was her, I actually would have went a little further. I actually would have had my car covered. I actually would have had my place of employment covered. I actually would have had the dog covered. I would have had a lot of other things covered because restraining orders. I remember when I was in my relationship a while back, and I had to get several restraining orders myself. It was not fun. You know what I mean? So I covered everything. At that time, I had several places of business. I covered my kids, you know, even though they didn't live with me. I covered wherever I was going to be. I covered that. You know what I'm saying? And that's sometimes what people got to do when you are being harassed. Nobody wants to be harassed. I can't even open this mask. Nobody wants to be harassed. Nobody wants to go through that mess. But it's like, you have to stop. You have to make up in your mind. You know what your life is up against. And right now, I don't know if the young man is still in the system, but it's like, when do you stop? A lot of men don't behave in such a way to where they're going back and forth with the woman. Okay, yeah, I'm going to put the mask on. I know this might look funny, but it is what it is. Because I'm trying to clean my face. This is the point of me cleansing my face today. Okay. And I'm doing a quick cleanse just so y'all know. Like so. So now you got the police involved, and then why would you be shocked that the police is involved when someone don't want to be going through the type of stuff you're sending them through. They trying to live a life. They already got tons and tons of people attacking. Oh, this smells good. Yes, God, come through. It's drenching on me. They already have tons and tons of people sitting up there attacking them. And then here you go. This woman, if y'all go back in her videos and stuff like that, she has really gone through a lot. You know what I mean? A lot. Like, her body has transitioned. Her face has transitioned. Her home, her lifestyle. Like, she is doing... I'm trying to figure out... Oh. I got a mirror over here. Yes, God. Come through with it. Come through. Yes, God. Tell you that. So here this man is going after this woman and think nothing is supposed to happen. And she gave warning. I'm not going to... I look weird. She gave a warning. Like, she felt unsafe moving into the place to begin with. Y'all remember, you know what I'm saying? And now she got to get a restraining order and probably have to surround herself with people because, you know, sometimes people can get so upset at certain things, the way things are happening. Get it together. Stop playing these games. Get it together. Stop playing these games. Now I can see if this was I'll tell y'all right now, if this is a huge skit, wouldn't that be something? But I don't think it is. I really do think that this is somebody that's fed up with the situation that's going on. I have a mask on. Let me show y'all which one I got on. Somebody that's upset with the situation that's going on and they trying to live. They raising babies by themselves, making it do what it does. I have this one on. That's what I got on my face. See that? That's what I got on my face. Pink pearl. It brightens. I need that. My whole face needs to be clean. So, you can imagine that the police get involved. And then a lot of people are like up against the fence. Like, why you got to get the cops involved? Who want to continue to go through a life of being messed with like that? This woman is sick. Look at me. I'm going to need this picture. Because I'm going to remember when I came on the social media and did my thing. I'm going to need it. And did. It keep wrinkling because I'm talking, so it's just got to be that way. Okay. So, y'all, I am really putting together my website. I want y'all to know what's going on there. I've been like really being a nerd and I'm adding a lot of things to it. Just, you know, really making it do what it does. Content and everything. I want to thank y'all for even going through many of my videos and commenting and letting me know what you guys think and so forth and so on. Thank y'all for DMing me and like, you know, Debbie, can you speak on this? Absolutely, I will. You can't harass someone and think that they're just going to continue to go with it and be cool with what you got going on and just accept the fact that you talking about them, how you talking about them, and not even expect anything to happen. Don't nobody want to go through that on a daily basis. Wake up like that, go to sleep like that, wake up like that, go to sleep like that, and study attacking. Don't nobody want to do that. Okay, so of course I figured that the police was going to get involved in this because it's something that she's asking to leave her alone. Ladies, men, because it ain't just the ladies that go through it. Men, if y'all know y'all in a situation, that's the way that you need to put a stop to it. Everybody like, no, snitching get you stitches and all this other kind of stuff like that. You need to protect your peace. You need to protect your peace. You need to protect your sanctuary. You need to protect your solitude. You need to protect your children. You need to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when somebody, because when you on there online social media, when you in that world social media and all you doing is going back and forth speaking about people negative, and then you got a group of people that's hating on you too, there's no telling if any of their followers would try to attack you, would try to harass you, would do all of this stuff to you because of what you feel. It ain't. Here's the thing. A lot of people are taking on. A lot of people literally in this world of social media, they're literally taking on, taking on the anger, the frustration, the whatever that person is feeling. They're taking that on and they're carrying it. You know what I'm saying? It's being transitioned onto here to these people, and these people are hating this person when they really don't know this person. They see them on social media doing their thing or whatever, but they're literally hating them because of how you feel. They're hating them. Now it's a difference between listening to a story, watching them, understanding where they're coming from, and you know how we get upset. Like, this is a type of anger. Like, I don't need to explain that. You guys understand what I'm saying. And so there's a hate group for people that if you hate something, they right along with you hating. And it's like, it tears people down. So when I saw him get the restraining order, I was like, ooh, I knew that was coming. But is he still involved in the system? Is he still in the system, or is he fully out of the system? Does he now have to sit in jail for a couple of days, or did he sit in jail for a couple of days? Now this is you start to thinking, like, did he go sit in jail for a couple of days? Did he? I mean, when he disappeared or whatever, did he go sit in jail? What happened? You know what I'm saying? Then you're asking all these questions. The fact of the matter is, stop harassing other people on the way you're doing. Just stop. If you see the other person trying to stop, and this is family and friends, and this is co-workers, and this is what I say for anybody. You want peace in your life, you don't want to deal with that, and you got somebody that's bugging on you 24/7, man, remove yourself. Just continue to remove yourself, because that's how it looks when you continue to carry that anger. You going back and forth. You actually putting on this spirit on your face and your soul, your everything, and you don't look right. It don't make you look good. It don't make you look bright. It don't give you a good sound being a who we thought you were. And I'm talking. This is for anybody. Okay, so if you know that somebody harassing you, what you gonna do? You gonna want help. Look, I ain't dealing with you. You're going to want some kind of mediator to step in and be like, somebody needs to do something with this. Either I'm going to snap, or either something going to happen. And so to prevent me from snapping, I'm going to need somebody to do whoa, 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 whoa. That's basically what that is when you get an order of protection. Because, listen, people been in relationships where they've been beaten. I'm one of them. I can't even tell you how many order protections that I've had in my life on one person to try to get away from one person. So much so that the judge, the people at the court system, they all knew who I was when I walked in there. They all knew who I was. Like it was, I had to keep trying to protect myself until it was done. You know, you understand what I'm saying? And even then, you could still have a stalker. I'm sure other people have gone and got an order of protection, and they say you're supposed to be away 100 feet. They'll be 101 feet away from you. And they still would be like in your business and doing whatever and what. People need to take that seriously, what that means. Because really, you're not supposed to have that person contact you, whoever their immediate people is, and not to contact you on that behalf, on your behalf. There's a lot that goes into that you could violate that, and then it's on you for a certain amount of time. I used to live in this apartment, y'all. Let me tell y'all what happened. And when I used to drive tour buses, I used to come in at all times of night, right? I don't care if it was like 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't care what time it was. This neighbor would literally hear me come in. I lived downstairs. She lived upstairs. She would literally hear me come in. And every time she come in, she would stomp on the floor. Make this certain beat on the floor, right? And stomp. And I used to wonder, like, what the heck is wrong with this person? Like, why they keep stomping on the floor? You understand? And I be tired. I done drove a bus. I got a mask on. Those that are just now joining me, I have a mask on. I already had the mud on my face, and then I let it sit for a minute, and then I put a mask on because I'm trying to clean my face up and ears. But anywho, and so she would make a specific beat. This is what I had to do, y'all. I'm not lying to y'all. I literally would go in my room. She followed me in the room. You understand? She could hear it wherever I went. She followed me in that room, make that beat. I would literally cut that TV on and then go in the living room and sleep. Okay? And then, or either I would cut the living room TV on and go in the bedroom and sleep. You understand what I'm saying? It got so bad. It got so bad. I went and got an order of protection. No, I wouldn't. Yeah. For her harassing me. I didn't know I could do that. Until the officer told me this, because I was so tired one time. I was so tired one time coming home from out of state that I was almost falling asleep on the bus while I was driving. And I got in and I was like, I went to her first and asked her if she could please stop making all this noise. Never stopped. Went down and got an order of protection against this lady, right? And I did my homework. So I videotaped her making a noise, recorded her so you can hear the noise that she was making. If you're just now joining me, I have a face mask on. I done already went through the mud mask, and now I have a face mask on. I'm cleaning the face. So I went and got a protection against this woman. We went to court. I recorded this woman. The woman brought a neighbor that did not like me to stand for her, right? So the judge asked if we could come up to the front and talk with the judge, right? And I was like, cool. I went up there and I said, Judge, I have a recording. I had sent it to the judge. I sent it to the judge. I sent it to whoever else that was involved, right? So that everybody could have this. And so the judge says, can I hear what you have? First, she said to the lady, she said, is there anything that you would like to add or say or whatever? Woo, woo, woo. She said no. So I played the recording, and you could hear whatever beat she was playing. You could hear it loud. Even when I had the TV on, and I was sitting up there talking, I said, you guys, this is what I have to deal with when I come home from working. She looks out the window, see me come in, and then she gets to doing this right after I get myself nice and comfortable, and it's every single night. I am responsible for people when I drive that bus. Their lives are in my hand, and if I don't get the proper sleep, now I could have been home for 8 hours because, whatever, you have to have a certain amount of hours off before you can go back and drive. And I could be coming from California, take my hours off, and then I got to go to Vegas. I got to drive with these people. I can't sleep because I didn't get no sleep because this woman is annoying me on the floor of her floor, which is my ceiling, right? And I said, I need help. And this was on the recording. The woman heard it, and this is what the woman said that I was, because the woman was a small, petite woman. Me, I'm a plus size. So she was like, she called me a bully. She's just being a bully. She bullying me. She this and that and the other. You know how when certain people want to act like they're intimidated by you, but they really not intimidated by you. This mask is slipping because I'm talking. But she tried to use that card to say that I was intimidating her. I said, ma'am, I told you. I said, look, I don't even associate with my neighbors. I said, my place where I sleep is really like a hotel. I come in, I take I rest, and I'm out again. I'm so busy going in and out of town, staying at hotels and stuff that I don't get to know my neighbors like that. I really don't know this young lady. I don't know what she has against me. I don't know her. I'm just trying to sleep so that I could drive with these people's lives in my hand. Because I'm steady like trying to drive and I'm dozing off. I'm tired. I just want to sleep when I come home. And when the woman heard it after she called me a bully, the judge let her hear the recording. Then all of a sudden, she's like, you got anything to say? She's like, smacking her smacking her lips and all this stuff like that, right? And the judge granted me the order. The judge granted me the order because I had went to the manager. I told the manager what was going on. I wasn't finna argue back and forth with this young lady. I was not finna do that. I need some sleep. I don't care what you got going on. I'm trying to get some sleep. My apartment, when you're disturbing me when you're making all that noise on the floor because you're doing it deliberately, especially when it's the same beat. I had so many recordings with this beat at all times. I had it. And then she tried to blame it on her, all kinds of stuff. So when you get an order of protection, you need to take that stuff seriously because you don't know. It maybe it's somewhere where you got to go. You can't go because that person is there. That's against you on your record that there's an order of protection against you. So women or men, because this is not just a women thing. Okay. Because women could be in jail and they could run the same game on men and talking to men and then they get out. Listen, somebody in the system, give them time to breathe. Give them time to be them. Give them time to live a little bit. If they still want to talk to you, y'all talk, but don't jump into a very serious relationship because you really don't know who that person is. You really don't. And they can change. Okay, so when I hear this man, he called himself OG. Like I say, OG spit wisdom, knowledge, and all this other stuff. You're gonna learn from them. You're gonna learn something from them. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna sit and watch an OG go back and forth, especially with a female. I'm from the Chi, so I don't know nothing about none of that. I know about OGs, but I don't know nothing about no OG going back and forth with a woman and on a woman's level like that. Because grown men don't do that. They just don't. They ain't got that time to do. And even check your relationship out. When you're in a relationship with a man and women, you know how we get and we want to talk and we going back and forth. What they do, they shut down. They don't say nothing. This is a person that's going back and forth and being fueled and continue to go on with it. Now, if I'm understanding this correctly, I think this is a person that's doing this because it's bringing them more revenue. The more and more he talks about this, the more and more revenues, the more and more people want to be involved in this and see what's going on and this and that and the other. However, I'm thinking like this, man. If you disrespecting this woman like this, I can only imagine how it was when y'all was together. And women, and you're interested in women. So what type of woman will get with you after they have watched you disrespect this woman and talk about the very essence and every essence of this woman? What type of woman would get with you to deal with that? I don't understand, because it was all like just horrible. You know what I'm saying? This I don't get. You talk this bad about this woman and then get with somebody else. Some women may find that attractive, but then you got to ask yourself, women, where are you guys at in life that you're finding this attractive to be able to want this person that's speaking so bad about this person? You know what I'm saying? Why are you so attracted to this? You don't think or you don't believe that this will happen to you too as well? You don't think that this person will speak this badly about you. You don't think that? You think you're going to be the one to change it? That's where we go wrong at in relationship. We think we can change everything. We can't fix everything. We can't. We can't. You have to allow people to be accountable for what they're doing, how they're doing it. You have to allow them to be able to, I think I'm ready to take this off. You have to allow them to be able to be accountable for what's going on, what they're doing. You don't. I don't think anybody, and this goes back and forth with anybody, I don't care who you are. If you're speaking so derogatory about someone, that stuff come back on you. I'm going to take this off because I need to. Ooh. Hold on just a second. And that's just saying that you'll do anything for the money. I did a prank the other day, right? I did a prank saying that my husband was a pimp. For $15,000 prank, right? And I would have thought that my husband would have been like, you know what? I'm gonna say anything that I want that can help us to get this $15,000. But it shocked me because my husband didn't let me. He didn't go for it. He's like, I'm not selling myself to say I was a pimp for no $15,000. $15,000 is what it was. All money ain't good money. Especially when your life is being displayed like it is and the type of character, credibility you have, that's going to stick. I said that before. Like when you post something, that stuff don't go away. It stays right there. Hold on, I need to. It don't go away. It stays right there for the world to see. So now you have a reputation of what type of person you are. I love this soap. It smells so good. It smells so good. Now you have a reputation of the type of person you are, how you get down. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't stopping. Maybe the courts will be like they both just need to stay away from each other and not say nothing to each other. Right now, I'm just using just a cleansing moisturizer soap because my face needs to be clean. I could like feel what that stuff has done to my face already. I feel good because it's open. And ears. I got some cucumbers I'm going to put on my face. Ooh, on my eyes. Y'all see that? That is not what we want in our eye. I do not want that in my eye. Because it's got that menthol. I think I caught it. I hope I caught it. I can still feel like okay. So, they go to court here pretty soon. I hope that this has been a learning lesson for both of them to be able to learn something valuable from it that they can share with other people. To be able to be like and speak about it and be like, look, I done been through this. This ain't what you want to do. Y'all just first got to remember, Watch who you associate yourself with, who you connect yourself with, because it's all about soul ties. Ooh, yes, Lord Jesus. It's all about soul time with people, and you can bring that spirit on. Because a lot of people are saying, well, when they got together, this person changed, and this person began to do this, and this person began to act like this, because there were soul ties involved. There we go. Oh, y'all, my face. Yeah. Y'all can't tell me my face don't look better than how it did when I first came on. Remember when it was all green? No. What is the okay? Sorry, y'all. I'm really cleaning my face. I never even thought to come on here and clean my face with y'all, but I was like, I want to talk about this because a lot of people gonna make this mistake and they don't get it. That you have to give a person time, even if they're in a relationship and they get out of a relationship, you got to give them time to be able to heal, or you gonna become that what do you call it? You're gonna become that rebound. You're gonna become that rebound and wonder why this person treating you like this, and why y'all not connecting on the level which y'all should be connecting on. Now, I had poured water in here, poured it in my little bucket, then I poured fresh water in there so I can clean my face up. So I've been going back and forth like this, because this is my bucket for my dirty water. And then I've been using bottled water to clean my face up. And I feel better on my face. Yes, girl. But in relationship, really take your time, y'all. We getting older. We're not getting younger. I got a piece of hair. We're getting older. We're not getting younger. And we got to be able to help our kids. And here's the things about like this. When I watched this young man a little bit, my question was this, because I don't know. It seemed like this man don't have no kids, and a lot of times when a lot of people don't have kids, they don't know nothing about a certain something. Not everybody without any kids. But some people, when they don't have kids, they haven't matured to that level that when you have kids, you're forced to like grow up and mature and take care of this human being and guard this human being. And a lot of people that don't have kids don't know what that's like. You may know what that's like when you have your significant other and you go into protective mode or, serious relationships. You can figure out then like, okay, this is the importance of this. So when you got somebody on the other end protecting who they have to protect, and then you got somebody that don't have any kids or anything like that, that's not on that mature level that they should be, I believe that I hope that I'm talking all over the place today. I hope that this person get himself together, get it right, and stop beating down women, because it's not attractive. It don't look right, and it's not helping. It's not helping you. You can make all the money in the world, but like they say, there's a lot of rich people out here that is so lonely, that is so sad, that is so depressed. So all the money in the world can't buy you love. All the money in the world can't give you what you really, really want. You can buy whatever you want to buy, but that what you need and that what you desire, you may not ever get because of the way that you're acting. You understand? And especially if you don't have kids, but you have kids that are around you and watching you, then they're seeing how you're treating a woman, especially if they're boys. And then that young lady is seeing how you are treating a woman and think that that's okay, like for her to accept that type of treatment from a young boy or a young man. We have to be mindful of how we present ourselves, how we act, what we do, because there's always somebody watching us. And then when you're on social media and you got thousands of people watching you, you're still accountable. You're still having people to be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to be this way. I'm going to be that way. I'm going to act like this. I'm going to do that. You're still being an example. You're a leader. So you're still an example you're still an example to people. So you really do have to be mindful as to what you do, what you say, what you act, all that. You have to be mindful because people are watching you. And then you got these young generation with these relationships that are coming up, baby. They don't care. Take that. Abuse is rapid. There are many different types of abuse. There's physical, there's verbal, there's financial, there's physical, verbal, financial. There's 5 of them. And I should know this because my platform was domestic violence awareness. Mental, physical, verbal, financial, mental, and I forget the other one. Hitting, speaking. I forget the other one. I can't think of it off the top of my head. It'll come to me. But there are many different forms of abuse. You can be with somebody that don't put a finger on you, but will verbally cuss you out. You can put somebody that don't put a finger on you, don't verbally cuss you out, but get you through the finances and won't take care of what needs to be taken care of. That's all still abuse. Like there's literally different kinds of abuse, and you may not realize what you're doing, but at some point you're gonna have to come to a stop. Like, damn, what am I doing? You're gonna wake up from that and be like, what did I just do? What am I doing? What did I say about this young lady? Because you're gonna want your life to calm down, but so much anger was being put out there and was shown that when you try to change your life around, everybody has seen how you are, how you act, how you behave, and they like, hold up, wait a minute. You are not a good person. And you can defend yourself till you blue in the face and say, yes, I am. No, you're not. And then, or you could want that one woman that you believe that will be good to you. And when that woman come along, she done seen who you are, how you act, and don't want nothing to do with you. And you could be pleading, I'm not that same person. This was all this and then the other. But that's what you shown. That's what you shown. In relationships, we women's, we want covering. We want security. We want stability. We want to make sure that we're with somebody that can make us feel safe. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like if whoever you get with, they tell you any kind of secrets that you're just going to throw them out the window, out the door. You're not going to take care of them. Anybody can come up and approach them, treat them any kind of way in your face, under your protection. That's what that's like. Now I could see if this was like a skit, this would be the bomb. This will be history. You hear me? This would be history if this was all just a skit and different players and so forth and so on. But if it's not, it's like, do you understand what you're doing as a man? Like, will a man please stand up and say what's going on? There was one that stood up. I didn't watch all of his video. I watched some of it. Just like I don't watch everybody's video. I just watch some of them, then I'm out and I got to do whatever it is that I'm doing. But you got to really get what the freak is going on, because You're putting yourself out there like that. How you gonna turn around and this is crazy. This is utterly crazy to me. And especially if the police being involved in this, ain't no telling what's gonna happen. You understand what I'm saying? I thought there were policies against certain things when you do social media, what's supposed to be displayed, what's not supposed to be displayed. I don't understand. My advice to anyone that is going through any kind of abusive relationship, really take care of yourself. Really step back and really, because there's a lot of abuse. There's a lot of different types of abuse. Really step back and really, really take care of you. For real. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard when you're in a relationship and you can't move back and that person is on you like this. But you have to do that for yourself. Don't wait till it's too late. The person that I was with, here's the thing, when I was in an abusive relationship, and I've said this before, so I've tried to get out of the abusive relationship that I was in, right? Everybody kept telling me, get out of this relationship, right? I couldn't hear anybody, like, to where, when I say hear, I mean hit to the core, like, dang, I got to get out of this relationship. Until I met this older lady that guided me through. After being with me, this man got with a woman, tied her up, and for several days and beat the mess out of her. Now I could go further into details as to what I've heard, as what transpired, and teeth being knocked out and so forth and so on. I heard a lot. But that would have been me. That would have been me. Look at the news. Look at the internet. This is readily available to you. If you watching me, it's readily available to you, to where you literally could go on and see where people have died, where people have been stabbed, where people have been raped, where people have gone through stuff in toxic relationships. You have to do it for yourself, and you have to do that by, if you cannot remove yourself out, the proper thing is to start and bring mediation in, however that mediation is. But you don't want to do the wrong things and you get caught up. So you may have to go get an order of protection. You may have to, but you still need to be safe, because that's essential, a piece of paper. My daughter was in an abusive relationship, and this, she told me that the guy that she was with, she came to me and said, Mommy, he said he's going to kill all of us if I don't go back to him. I said, baby, you need to get an order of protection. So she went down. She got an order of protection. You know what they told her to do? Go to the house and see if he's there. And if he's there, then contact us and we will go there and serve him the order of protection. I didn't know that they had told her to do this, because I'd be like, why would they send you to go see if he's there? Now, in the fight that they had, he actually broke the handle to the door. So she pulls up to see if he's there. She don't see him. She backs out. He hops in the car and he puts a gun in the middle of the console. He beats her he pistol whip her. He punching her all in the face. And she's driving slow, and he wants her to drive her to the car so he can kidnap her, take her somewhere to really do harm to her. She's driving slowly. She's driving to the office, and as he turns his head, she jumps out the car, and all he get, pow, pow, pow. He done shot her three to four times. I think it was probably three times. And got in his car and drove off. True story. This happened at 10 o'clock in the morning. I didn't find out till 5 in the evening. And I felt it. I got a call, and they were saying that they believe it was her because they've been watching the news all day. Said boyfriend kills girlfriend. It's on the news. I felt it in my spirit. I was at the house with one of my daughters, and I couldn't move. I stood still. I could not move. I was painting my kitchen a chocolate and a vanilla color. I went to Home Depot, got the paint. I was driving school buses, so on my break, I was coming home and I was painting the walls. And then I go back to the school, take the kids wherever, and then I come back home, paint the wall. And when I got that call, when I tell you I couldn't move, my other daughter literally got behind me and was pushing me out the door. Like literally pushing me. I was stuck. You hear me? Stuck. I got to the hospital because I had called my pastor at the time. And he said, where did this happen at? He said, I go to this hospital. I went to the hospital, right? Did not look around me. Did not look around me at all. I walked up to the desk. I was not looking around me. I walked up to the desk. I said, I'm here to see my daughter. And I believe, I think, and I said, I believe you guys got a gunshot patient here, and that's my daughter, and I want to see her. She said, no, we didn't get a gunshot patient. I said, that's not true. She's here because I could feel her. She's here. I know she's here. I said, I could feel her. Ain't nobody said nothing to me. You hear me? They was like, I was so adamant about it. They were like, we don't get the head nurse. I said, okay, that's fine. As I began to walk back, my knees buckled and it collapsed. And they put me in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk, right? So I'm still not noticing around me. I'm just like, I want my daughter. You understand what I'm saying? Because she went and got an order of protection and they told her to go see if this food was at his house. Who does that? But they didn't do that. The head nurse comes out and tells me to come follow her. So everybody that's with me, we're going to follow her. And she's trying to wheel me into this room. They're telling me I need to go into this room to talk to the nurse because she goes into this room. And once I get to the room, I'm snapping out of stuff. I'm snapping out of it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go in the room. And I held the doorway so I didn't have to go into this room. Because to me, it felt like that was a room where they tell people that they're dead. Well, let me tell you something. When I left the home, my home, I had screamed out loud the word no. I felt like the whole world had stood still. Like everything just went silent. I felt like I was in a movie and everything went completely silent, right? So I find out. Now that was at 5 o'clock. That's how I knew it was at 5 o'clock. That scream was at 5 o'clock because I looked at my watch, right? And because I was like, how long is it going to take us to get to the hospital? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, she's like, the head nurse was like, it's okay, just come in here. I just want to talk to you so I can help you find your daughter. And I was like, okay, cool. I was crying. Tears rolling down my face, like I was completely crying. I was out of it, right? So I'm sitting there and the nurse says, if you could give me any information to prove that this is your daughter, I will help you. So I can help you find her. I'll help you find her. I said, okay. I said, me, in my head, I'm like, okay, I carry everybody's social security, birth certificate. I got it all in my wallet. It's all there. And I'm looking. And I'm still crying and I'm looking. I got everybody's stuff but hers. And I stop for a moment. I look at the nurse and I say, this is my daughter. I said, she looks just like me, except I'm thicker than her. This is my daughter. And I feel her and she's here. And the nurse says, I'll be right back. Right? She go gets the head doctor. And he comes in and he says, follow me. And I'm like, okay. So we all go, we following the head doctor to the room, wherever he's finna take us. I start praying and I start telling my family, like family and friends, like y'all pray for us because I don't know what I'm about to see. So we get to these big double doors. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm standing behind the double doors and I just pray. I said, God, I don't know what I'm finna walk into right now, but I'm going to need you to cover me. I don't know what this about to be. I walk in and my daughter got tubes down her throat, but she kind of sitting up, and she's trying to say something to me, and I'm asking the nurse, I'm like, what is she saying? That she wants some water. That she wants some water? Oh, well, I need 3 blankets, 3 sheets, 2 pillows. I went down because I'm not going nowhere. When my daughter went into the hospital, I went right into the hospital with her. However long she stayed there, that's how long I stayed at the hospital, side by side with my daughter. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what abuse can do. So many people think if you hit them, then that shows you love. If you hit me, then that shows that you love me. No, you don't have to be abused to feel love, to be loved. You don't have to have somebody downgrade you to be loved, to feel love. That's not the type of attention that you want. You want the type of attention where someone is really looking at you like you're the best thing on the face of this earth. Looking at you like they could treat you and acting as though you are the best thing that happens to them. If you do not know what that feels like, then you are not done searching for love. You want somebody to protect you, to guard you, to honor you, to lift you up. When you down, when you weak, they strong. You go back and forth. That's what you want. You don't want all of this other stuff that's not going to help you at all, period. That talks about you. You want to live a life with somebody that talk about you horribly? If they could do it to the public, you can only imagine what goes on behind the door. Because a lot of time on this here social media, you got to be politically correct in what you say and how you say it. But if you off guard and you ain't on camera, ain't nobody watching, ain't no telling what kind of abuse is going on that way, where it is verbally going at you. When I tell y'all, I walked in that hospital and I did not look around me. You know what I did not notice? There were all kinds of policemen, sheriffs, everybody up in that emergency room when I went in there. I didn't see them. I was just like, excuse me. And I didn't pay attention to who these people were. I walked up to the front desk. You know why there were so many policemen and sheriffs and everything? They were all around my daughter's door. They had her secluded, everything. Because that man took off and it was a manhunt. It was a manhunt for him. Can't nobody tell me nothing different as a mama. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. They said that man hit a snowbank. I do not believe that. I believe God took his fist and went boom. And this is what I believe. Can't nobody take that from me, because that's what I believe. He hit a snowbank, and then he was like, he hitched a ride to a hotel. This is what they told us. And the person that gave him the ride was like, that he looked familiar, but couldn't place the person. The man picture was showing on the TV all day, all the way up until they caught him. All the next day, the following day, they was like keeping watch over us. So there was the sheriffs outside of the hospital rooms and helping her walk, and we got to know a lot of officers and stuff. That's why, like, I don't have a respect of person because somebody take on a certain type of occupation to do what they do. I see them as a human being. You know what I'm saying? Because I got an opportunity to see these people help my baby live. My child is alive. They said she wasn't going to have no kids. She got a son. And I could see the pictures and videos of pictures of what she posts up of her son. She's doing great with him at this time. Doing great. And I mean, I'm trying to tell y'all, you have to, when you get an order of protection, still stay safe. Because you don't know how these people are nowadays. People taking drugs, people doing this, people doing that altering their mind. There is so much going on. You really have to be protected, especially when you're a single person out there trying to make it happen. You really got to be protective, especially when you got kids. You understand? A lot of people be like, oh my God, it's not that serious. The argument is not that serious. No, it's not that serious to you. It's not that serious to you. Because you don't have nobody that's speaking like that towards you. That is not right. That is not right to have somebody speaking like that towards you and then have hate. I mean, hate towards you. That is not right. That is not right. Unless you know what that hate really feels like, you will never be able to know, because you're not walking in that person's shoes. You don't know how much anger a person has, how much they can take. You don't know. Here it is, a person damn near killed my child. You hear me? That ain't even all of it. Like, that ain't even all of it. So I'm speaking from a woman that has been in abuse with bloodshot eyes and nose bloody and big lips by a man that stood 6 foot something over me, and I'm a shorty. That dragged me, that did whatever. I went and got repeated order of protections. You know what I'm saying? When I hear stuff like this, it really bothers me, because an abuse, nobody really knows. Like, really, if you haven't walked in those shoes, if you have not walked in the shoes of being abused, you will never really understand how high the magnitude of trying to show face that you're okay is. You don't know what that does to you mentally. You don't know how that breaks a person down. You really don't. You really don't. There comes a point where you need to stop before you go overboard and you do something that you're going to regret when you look back on it and be like, dang, I could have put a stop to that. Dang, I could have did whoop, whoop, wop, wop. Coulda, woulda, shoulda don't come into play after things have taken place and happened that did happen. Shoulda, woulda, coulda don't have no place, nowhere when something happens after something you have done that you regret for the rest of your life. You will regret for the rest of your life. There's a lot of people watching, and a lot of people waiting to see the outcome of certain things that are happening that will tear you apart after things are done. After. You can't even put a stop to it no more. I'm going to tell you like this. Because of that order of protection that my daughter went and got, that the police told her that she needs to go see if he's home. Guess who washed the blood out of her hair? Guess who did that? Guess how many times it took to wash blood out of her hair? Do you understand me? Now, there was a time where people be abused and they never said nothing. Now there's a time that we can speak up. When you've been abused, you need to speak up. Speak out, because love is not supposed to hurt like that. Not love. Not love. Not love. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is loyal. Love is love. When somebody is talking ill will towards you, doing you wrong, and all of this behavior, those are the signs of hate. You got to differentiate the two. You really do have to differentiate the two. You will know love when you know love. You going through all of this abuse, toxic stuff. This ain't love, baby. You got to ask yourself, is something wrong with you? Is something wrong with that person? Is something wrong with the both of you? Where is the hurt coming from that you need to take that on and take that? I'm the one that had to wash the blood out of my daughter's head after laying on the ground and being left for dead. When she jumped out of the car and she tried to run to the office, that bullet went straight into the office. It could have killed multiple people. It was a blessing that when she fell on that ground, there was someone in the medical field that lived at the apartment complex where they were, condominium complex, that was able to help her a little bit before the MTs got there. That was a blessing. I think I washed my daughter's hair 13 times. I wanted my baby to look cute while she was in there, because I had went and got her some hair and everything and made sure she was cute. And you want to know the only thing that she was worried about while she was in there? Going to online schooling. I had to go home and get my laptop so she can go to online schooling. She fought, even though they dropped her from that, but she still was determined to do what she needed to do. She has her own business now. She doing her thing. You want to know who went and got the car that when he shot, that bullet hole went through the car? That'd be me. So, young ladies and young men, if ain't nobody telling y'all nothing, baby, if it's not safe, you don't feel safe, you don't feel secure in that relationship, you being physically and verbally and mentally abused, baby, get out of it. Move yourself. Try to work and move yourself, because your sanity, your peace, you're gonna realize how much you desire that and how much that means so much to you. Don't sit and accept that and think that that's acceptable. I'm watching a lot of you guys on the internet where y'all really think that this is cool to be in these type of relationships. That's not cool. That's not cool. And I'm sure you're around somebody that really display what real love really is. You really do need to talk to them. You really do need to listen. A lot of people think that therapy is not good. Let me tell you something. When you cut yourself, when you cut yourself or you hurt yourself severely, what you do? You go to the hospital, you go to the doctor, right? Well, being in a relationship, especially when you've gone a toxic relationship, especially when you've gone through a lot of trauma, you're supposed to go to a counselor. Go to a counselor. Talk to a therapist. Everybody think that that's funny. No, that's not funny. What do you think they go to school for? They gonna help you to help fix whatever's wrong with you so that you're not taking that into another relationship. They're going to help you. You're going to be able to relinquish some stuff within you that you can't really talk to anybody else about that. You need that. There's nothing wrong with speaking to a therapist or a counselor. Not at all, period. You want to go out here and get these Birkin bags and all these name brand shoes, but you can't take care of you? You can't take care of your soul, your mind, your spirit. You can't take care of you, but you willing to pay all of this money? Everybody, you don't know if a therapist may cost $40, $50, even $100. Even that isn't that worth? Aren't you worth more to you? You're worth more than that to you, right? Then you should be able to take that on. You should be able to see about you, so that you can start attracting better things and better people in your life. You're hurting on the inside. Nobody can see you when you all alone and you crying and you sad about, or you in thought so much so that it hurts you about what you've gone through in your life. Some have gone through molestation. Some have gone through rape. Some have gone through physical. Some have gone through mental. Some have gone through all this stuff, and you haven't been healed from it. You haven't been healed from it. You can tell you, girl, let me tell you what happened to me. And woo, woo, I wouldn't put out with woo, woo, woo. And it, man, no, man, this one right here, man. I'm going to tell you, man, she crazy, man. She crazy. When they weren't like that when y'all first got into the relationship, they weren't like that. Somehow something happened, something triggered something. We have trigger points. We do. We have trigger points. Anybody tell you they perfect, they lying to you. We have trigger points. We do. It can stem from when you was a young kid. It can stem from two relationships before this one. It can stem from the last relationship. It can stem from whatever it is. But we all have trigger points. We do. We all have fears. We have to overcome certain types of fears. Well, we sure can't do that if we don't know how to do that. If we don't know how to overcome something, how you expect to overcome it if you don't know how to overcome it? You don't know what to do. You don't know how to do it. You might need to talk to somebody that can help walk you through it. It's cool to go get that taken care of. You got a big cut, you go get stitches. You have something going on with you, hurt traumas or whatever, you go talk to someone. You talk to your friends. You talk to your colleagues. You talk to everybody else but the right person. You sharing your business with everybody else but the right person. You got to go get healed up so that when the next person that come in, they don't accidentally get destroyed by what your toxic situation is that you done been through, that you taking with them, because you keep saying, you treat me, you act like you do, same thing. Now, if they come into the relationship and you're judging them on what they are doing to you in the relationship, that's a different ball game. That's something y'all need to work out and overcome together if y'all want to stay together. But if you're talking about something about this person and this person has never, don't even know what you're talking about, and yet you keep putting that off onto them, you need help with solving it. And you deserve to go get great help. There is nothing wrong with speaking with someone that's especially knowledgeable. And if you run across the wrong one that don't fit you, then request another one. You want somebody that you can relate to, that when you're telling them this and they jotting down and you're not feeling like you've been judged, that's not what you want. You want somebody you feel comfortable, a therapist or counselor that you feel comfortable with. You want to literally talk to and be like, this is going on and they understand you. That's what you want. And that's out there for you if you desire that, and get up off your butt and go get it. Stop taking the toxic stuff into your relationship and messing up your whole thing. When in your mind, you're like, oh my God, this person, I really like this person. Oh, we're going to get together and such and such, and all this other kind of stuff. You got plans and stuff, but it don't come out how you want it. And sometimes you may have to be the one in that relationship. And it may not be you that's the toxic one, but it's the other person. Do you know what a gift that is to give them and be like, hey, I did this for you. I set you up an appointment so that you can go, because I heard you say in talking with you, conversing back and forth with you, that there were some traumas you went through when you were younger or when you were older or when you was in this relationship, that relationship. So I set you up a day to go down and speak to this person so that you can air some of that out, because you deserve that. And I want you to be healed from that. You may have to be the person to give that gift to that person. But it's when we sit back and watch a person that we say we love hurt more and more, you're not helping the situation by sitting back and just watching them go through the pain and through the hurt. You're not helping them. You want to help solve them so they could be like, look back. You want to sow some seeds. So when they done went through and did everything, they go back, you become a part of their healing. You become a part of their great memory. Like, man, I met this person, I remember. And even if y'all stay together or not together, they will still have this beautiful memory. Like, man, I met this person. Really great person. And I thought we were going to be together for a moment. But what happened was they listened to me. They really heard me, and they set me up to speak to a therapist. Best thing that ever happened to me. Because of that person sold into me, now I can speak about, look, hey, you probably need to go speak to somebody, and it get passed down and passed down and passed down and passed down. But you won't be able to do that if you're sitting there and you're watching them hurt. What type of love is that you can watch somebody hurt with you when you know it don't even have nothing to do with you? You want to give them a gift of candy and this and that and the other. That could be one of the greatest gifts that you can give somebody. The gift to get so into someone, like really so into them. You know what I mean? Instead, nope, we're going to retaliate. We're doing tit for tat. We're going back and forth. So there we go. The internet is messing up. So, like I say, we should be able to give into each other, especially if you say you love that person. Okay, maybe that person is afraid to go get therapy themselves. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that person is afraid because they never went and got therapy. They don't know what that's like to go get therapy. The people that made so much fun. Oh, you crazy. Oh, you this. Oh, we going to talk about your mom and your dad and this and that and the other. You don't have to talk about all of that. If you choose to discuss what you want to discuss. If it's, hey, you know what? I was in this very traumatic situation and I want to be healed. I was very hurt, devastated by it. And I want to know how to be healed from this because it really, really devastated me. So how do I do this? And they're going to give you something that you can do to give you some thinking tools to be like, okay, when this happens to you, maybe you should try such and such and such. Try jotting down what's hurting you. You know what I'm saying? And then when those trigger points hit, try to figure out some other way of how you deal with it. Don't deal with it the same thing because repeated pattern is a habit. You understand what I'm saying? Repeated pattern is a habit. So you continue to treat things and reply the same way is a habit. The habit needs to be broken. Sometimes some of us don't know how to break that habit. We don't know how. So the few things I'm saying, and I do hope that this young man see this without if you're gonna be with other OGs. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. But I am out of here. My face is so smooth. And I didn't even spend a lot of time on it. But thank y'all so much for being here with me as I wash my face. Thank y'all for communicating. Talk to y'all later. I hope y'all have a good time and try not to get thrown off people. Try not to get blocked.